Hello everyone, good evening. Welcome to our channel. As promised, I'm going to update the latest coronavirus epidemic real-time big data report. Now it's Beijing time 19:11 p.m. The data is updated to 16th of March 2020, 18:55 p.m. Now let's have a look for the data in mainland China. We can see that the confirmed diagnosis cases is 10,001 in mainland China, which is 826 less than yesterday. And the cumulative diagnosis cases is 81,099, which is 29 more than yesterday. We can see that the cumulative diagnosis cases in mainland China is growing up very slow now, only few cases, and I guess many of them are imported cases. And the suspected cases is 134, which is 41 more than yesterday, probably because some of them are from imported cases and then affect domestic peoples. And the cumulative cure case is 67,880, which is 841 more than yesterday. Existing severe cases 3,032, which is 194 less than yesterday. But we can see that the severe cases it remains more than 30% if we use 3,032 divided by 10,001. It's more than 30% of severe rate in mainland China of the existing diagnosis cases. And the cumulative death cases 3,218, which is 14 more than yesterday. But the good news is that we can see that more people transfer from severe situation to just light situation or discharge from hospital. But fewer people die with this new coronavirus now because we can see that 194 people less than yesterday from the severe cases, but only 14 of them died. So which means more than 160, more than 180 people. It's change the situation from a severe situation. Okay, that's the brief data of mainland China. Now let's have a look for the infection maps. There is nothing change in these infection maps. All remains similar as before. So there is no doubt that Hubei province still the most severe province in mainland China, and those provinces more than 1,000 cases: Henan, Hunan, Guangdong, and Zhejiang. Other provinces more than 100 cases remain the same. So I'm not going to report them one by one. Now let's move on to have a look for the new confirmed suspected cure and death trend nationwide. We can see that the data is updated to 15th of March. New diagnosis cases 29, new suspected cases 41, and active cure cases 841. New death cases 14. So we can see that all these lines keep going down, but slightly goes up compared a day ago. So probably one of the reason some of those cases from import cases, which means people coming into China from foreign countries. Okay, let's move on to have a look for the new confirmed cases nationwide Hubei and non-Hubei province. We can see the nationwide 29, Hubei 4, and non-Hubei 25. Both the nationwide and non-Hubei province slightly goes up, but Hubei province remain the same for on 13th of December and 14th of December and 15th of December. Okay, now let's move on to have a look for specific cities and provinces in mainland China. There is no doubt that Hubei province is still the most severe province in mainland China, which has 4 new diagnosis cases, all from Wuhan, which makes the Wuhan the cumulative diagnosis cases 50,003, and the cure cases 38,384. 2,469 people died with this new coronavirus in Wuhan. All the other cities remain the same as yesterday because no any new diagnosis cases. So which means the Chinese government is really doing the right thing to stop the virus spread to any other countries. So probably other countries can learn from this how to control the spread of this virus. Okay, now let's move on to have a look for other provinces. We can see the Guangdong province has 4 new diagnosis cases, which means the cumulative diagnosis number is 1,361. And Beijing has 4 new diagnosis cases. Overall cumulative diagnosis 452. Shanghai has 2 new diagnoses. Overall cumulative diagnosis cases 355. And we can see that Yunnan has 1 new diagnosis cases as well, and Hong Kong has 7 new diagnosis cases, 155 cumulative diagnosis cases, 4 people died. Gansu has 1 new diagnosis cases as well. And we can see that Taiwan has 6 new diagnosis cases, 67 cumulative diagnosis, 20 people discharged, 1 people died. It's really surprised us that Macau has 1 new diagnosis cases today, but it's not written in here, but we can see from the cumulative diagnosis cases 11. Yesterday, this number is still 10 and 10 people discharged, but today 1 new diagnosis cases not discharged yet. Okay, that's the overall data of mainland China. Now I'm going to report the epidemic abroad, which means all over the world out of China. Yeah, once again, if you like our channel, please make sure subscribe to our channel and support us. Thank you very much. Okay, the data same updated to 13th of March 2020, 18:54 p.m. We can see that the confirmed diagnosis cases 76,433 and the cumulative diagnosis cases 90k and 211, which means the cumulative diagnosis cases more than 90k now out of China. The situation is getting worse and worse day after day. I'm really sorry to see that. Really sorry to hear this news. The cumulative cure cases 10,343 and cumulative death cases 3,435. We can see that out of China, the death rate, the mortality rate is around, let's do it, 3,435 divided by 90,211, which is 3.8. So the death rate is 3.8, very high. Okay, now let's move on to have a look for specific data. Now let's have a look for this new diagnosis chain at home and abroad, which means in China and out of China. We can see that in China, which means domestic is 29 new cases, and foreign it's 10,955. So a lot of people been infected by this new coronavirus all over the world every day. Okay, now let's move on to have a look for specific countries and continents. We can see that Europe is the most severe continent all over the world, which has new diagnosis cases 6,995 and cumulative diagnosis cases 56,639 and 3,086 people discharged, 2,347 people died with this new coronavirus. Yeah, I'm sorry to inform that if we look at this cumulative diagnosis number, 90,211, actually is higher than the number in China now. China is 81,099. So which means the situation out of China is getting worse now. Okay, let's continue for our data. Italy is the most severe country in Europe and actually it's the most severe country out of China, which has 3,781 new diagnosed cases. Overall, 24,938 cumulative diagnosis cases, 2,335 people discharged, 1,809 people died. The mortality rate in Italy is still very high. This morning is 7.3. Even now it's 3.25. So which means almost 7.3% death rate in Italy. Hopefully, not as many people infected by this new coronavirus in Italy anymore. and no any new diagnosis cases, no any more people die in Italy as well. Hopefully the Chinese medical team can help Italy people to find the right way to treat people who've been infected by this new coronavirus and reduce the death rate in Italy. God bless you. I'm really sorry to see this data. How Italy people will recover soon. Okay, let's move on. Spain didn't update their data, but the cumulative diagnosis number 7,864. 292 people died. Germany has 1,043 new diagnosis cases, overall 5,917 cumulative diagnosis cases. 49 people discharged, 13 people died. And France has 923 new diagnosis cases, 5,423 new cumulative diagnoses, 31 people discharged, 127 people died with this new coronavirus. We can see that Spain and France also have a high mortality rate, but much lesser than Italy. Okay, I'm not going to report all the other countries. If you are interested, you can just pause this video and have all the details by yourself. I will just continue to another continent. Now we will move on to Hebrew for the data in Asia. Asia has 1,648 new diagnosis cases, most of them coming from Iran, which is 1,053. And the cumulative diagnosis cases in Asia is 27,289, half of them from Iran, 14,991. And Iran has 4,996 people discharged, 853 people died with this new coronavirus. We can see that the death rate in Iran also very high. It's more than 5.6%, 5.69, which means 5.7% in Iran. So the death rate in Iran and Italy are very high. One is more than 7.3 and one is 5.7. So hopefully people can recover from all these countries very quickly. Followed by Korea, which has 74 new diagnosis cases, 8,236 people cumulative diagnosis cases, 1,137 people discharged, 77 people died with this new coronavirus. And followed by Japan has 62 new diagnosis cases, 823 cumulative diagnosis cases, 144 people discharged, 25 people died. Once again, one customer in Japan, probably they are not testing everyone, but probably they have a very good control of this new coronavirus. Yeah, let's see in the future. As we mentioned this morning, Malaysia has many new cases today. Now the data is updated. And we can see that 125 new diagnosis cases in Malaysia, which makes the overall cumulative diagnosis number 553. 35 people discharged from hospital. None of those patients died with this new coronavirus. It's really surprised because Malaysia until now still no one died with this new coronavirus. But only 35 people discharged from hospital. Still a lot of people not discharged yet. And Singapore, it's the best country, I guess, because Singapore has today 14 new diagnosis cases, overall 226 cumulative diagnoses, but half those patients already discharged from hospital and no one died. So what's the magic behind? Probably Singapore has a very good medical system or specialists. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, let's see. Okay, I'm not going to report all the other countries. You can just have a look by yourself for the details. I will just move on to another continent. Now let's have a look for another continent, South America, North America, sorry. We can see that United States has 255 new diagnosis cases, 3,774 cumulative diagnosis cases, 53 people discharged, 69 people died with this new coronavirus. As we mentioned before, probably because now United States become the emergency situation, and then they provide free testing for people, so we might see more diagnosis cases coming up in the future. And then Canada has 30 new diagnosis cases. I'm not going to report all the other countries as well. Now let's have a look for Oceania.